think he's a traitor?
Shh. Quiet with that kind of talk.
Last, a physical form. This one we like.
What happened?
What happened? Your body, it's ours now. Our mission requires it. Surrender. Surrender to us now. You hear us. Join us. Or get out.
No! Stop!
Stop. You really want to die? Then embrace the energy of the flame if you want to live. Your body is fully healed. The power of death cannot claim you now. Do you feel it? The energy of the netherworld. That is what flows through you. Now, join with us.
What is going on, video game fiends, and welcome back to the channel and a new Wander With Me series. This one on the First Berserker Khazan. I have early access today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and then the game drops on Thursday. This also came with some goodies, music, art book, and a special armor set called the Hero Set that I believe you can only get if you pre-order it. Also, if you're wondering what the hero set is, you're gonna have to wait until you get to the crevice in order to acquire that item, just in case you're wondering. We will talk about all of that as we get closer to that area. If you notice, the gameplay in this area and probably the first 3 areas will be a little quick since I'm a little familiar with them. I played the closed beta, obviously played the demo, and now very much so enjoying the game tonight as I recorded 2 videos. The First Berserker Khazan is my most anticipated game of 2025. Actually, let's correct that. It's one of my most anticipated games of 2025. And now we are here. Quick tip number one, when you see any enemy, large or small, rushing at you, when they pop out of nowhere, always move away from them because they're most likely going to do some sort of grab attack. Any grab attack in this game from any enemy is just absolutely ridiculous in the department of damage. So if you decide to go to this path and fight this Yeti to get this treasure chest that I'm going to get in a couple of seconds, just be prepared for that first opening charge that he does when he comes at you at the hill. If he grabs you, then you'll understand where I'm coming from. Tip number two, you always want to focus on getting in a heavy attack once they do their string of attacks like they're doing here, or you get a parry like that. You always want to make sure you grab them. See, like this here, he's stuck. Boom. That takes away the most stamina, obviously does a bit of damage, but that is going to be a key mechanic in the game throughout the entire game that you'll see me do, and something I strongly suggest you get accustomed to doing when the moment calls for it. And if you can, in a better situation, if you can do that from when they're turned around from their backside, it does even more damage. It can do up to double what you would do if you were to do that damage from the back. Whenever you stun them, the same thing. Instead of doing the charge attack in the front, turn around, go to the back, get a hit in or two if you have the time, and do it from the back so you can get that extra damage. And I'm definitely gonna die, so this ain't gonna be perfect gameplay. This ain't gonna be chocolate and strawberries over here. We gonna perish a few times. As a matter of fact, I think I perished in this section here and have to start all over. So I'll edit some of that stuff out, but I'll show it to you wherever it is that I end up getting defeated, and then I'll just restart it, but restart it back from that section. I'm not gonna put you through the pain of seeing me go back to from the beginning of that checkpoint to where I was at. Also, if you saw there, I have a little strategy to try to get the bow and arrow guys, which are extremely annoying, to sort of get away from you. Like sort of I used the rocks so they wouldn't shoot the arrow, even though he got me a couple of times. But that's something you're gonna want to do. Or even better, if you see the bow and arrow guy in any section, you see me do it a couple of times after this. I just remembered, I was like, why am I being in this situation again? Always go after the bow and arrow guy first, just to get him out of the way. Even if you're gonna get a hit from the other few enemies that are gonna be in the area, just get the bow and arrow guy out. He is a pain, and that is probably one of the most annoying characters, enemies, NPCs in the game. So just to give you another example, there's a shield guy that's gonna show up here. He's gonna be introduced as a new NPC. I'm gonna go ahead and start charging my attack. He's gonna come forward, he's gonna hit me, but I'll take the small health hit, but I'll hit him back extremely hard. Look at that, more than half his health gone already. And in the beginning, you're gonna want to just put on whatever armor pieces you get. Don't worry about mixing and matching at the moment, because you obviously can. I'll do that later on in the video. You'll see me mix and match a couple of sets based on what I'm looking for. I'm really curious to see what type of armor they're gonna give us in this game. Like I said, I played the beta. I saw some things, but it was very limited to what they gave you in there. I read a couple of things online, and it seems like there's a lot of sets, and I'm really, if you saw my first video and my second video, I'm really excited about mixing and matching the armor sets to see what type of armor sets are going to be great for me or work in my favor. Here, the first thing you're going to want to do is focus on vitality and endurance. Me specifically, I want to do endurance in the beginning. I'm more interested in my stamina being as high as I can for the first few areas. And you may ask, what about strength, willpower, and proficiency? Those are specific to the weapons, and no matter what you do, your weapons are gonna suffer in one way or another, because just like any RPG, something's gonna suffer, something's gonna take a hit. You can't make everything perfect, but we'll get into that a little bit later on into the game when I start upgrading the weapon that I still haven't decided what I'm gonna use for my first playthrough and what I'm gonna use for NG+. I really want to use the spear, but yeah, don't know yet. But here's what I'm talking about, guys. I messed up there, but I'm going after the arrow guy who hits me. Like, look, I just stood in front of him. I want to get him out of here ASAP. Man, this is terrible. This is a bad example. I'm really sorry. I apologize. This is not what you want to do. It's not what you want to do. You wanted to just sort of attack him and get him off the edge of the cliff there. That's what I intended to do, but my bad. Sorry, guys. That was a absolutely atrocious example. Yeah, that was more work than it needed to be. That was just absolutely mindless hacking and slashing right there. All right, we are going to get introduced to our first heavy NPC, sort of an elite soldier, and you're going to see an example of the meat and potatoes for the first part of the game. Not sure if this is going to be something I'll be using throughout the entire game because I don't know what my power is going to be like later on, but here's one right here, and you'll see them throughout the fight. Also, I don't know if you saw it there, I did a sidestep attack. That's going to be another key mechanic for me personally and how I play. I think that's a very great attack move, especially if you're going to dash and get through someone's someone's attack and be able to hit them on the side. Especially when you upgrade them, they'll do a lot more damage and they'll get you out of tight situations, and you'll see that as we get further into the to this area here. You know, gotta make sure, gotta check in, every nook and cranny and find things like this here. You'll find these throughout the area. I don't know how many. There's usually 3 so far that I know of, these first few areas, but they're part of a trophy. So if you're trophy hunting, you're definitely gonna want to make sure you get all of those. And here comes the first chocolate and strawberries, because, I'm trying to be aggressive and not paying attention to my health. So, yeah, it's gonna happen, ladies and gentlemen. And that was a much better example when it comes to that power attack. Both guys done in one shot. Pretty cool stuff there. Let me get my La Crema. We're gonna call this La Crema. I'm gonna go after these guys again that, did me wrong. I'm gonna do them wrong though. I'm gonna get stylish and everything. Watch this. Why couldn't I have done that from the very beginning, Sometimes when you replay, you're like, what happened? Why? That makes no sense. It really makes no sense why I lost a life there, Again, in the very beginning, I think for anyone that's going to start this game out, you're going to want to really focus on your vitality and your endurance. More specifically for anyone not used to this type of game, because it is going to be difficult even though they have an easy mode. I haven't played the easy mode to give it a shot to see what it's like. If you're going to need a lot of vitality more so than anything else, but for anyone starting this out, if you're picking normal, focus on those two things for the first part of the game. And as we get further in, once we get the weapons, I'll give you an idea of what maybe you should choose and why you should choose some of those stats. Hey, we got little monkeys over here, monitos, you know what I'm saying? That's how you say it in Spanish, un monito. Yeah, they're done though. So much easier than the closed beta. And the closed beta, man, those guys did a lot of damage, and it took a lot more than one hit to get rid of those guys. I'm checking my items here because there's a lot of new things here that I haven't seen yet. These monkeys are slick. See, I'm fighting this guy and boom, right from the back, the other guy comes. They're littered throughout this whole area here, so be careful. Also, that area right in front of him, you don't want to go over there. You'll fall down into a bed of spikes there. But maybe that's a spoiler. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything, Maybe you should experience that for yourself. So you're going to see me make my way down here. I'm going to go fight a bunch of other monkeys. Another Yeti. We're going to get introduced to another new NPC, sort of an elite NPC is what I like to call them. And a couple of other NPCs, bow and arrow guys we've seen already. But there'll be a new character right after the Yeti fight. Yeah, that was a mistake. You don't want to drop down like I did there. I don't know why I did that. That's the first time I've done that. You definitely don't want to do that. You're gonna take a lot of health if you take the wrong drop to the wrong platform. All right, here's Mr. Yeti numero dos. Look at him, chilling. Yeah, no, you can't do the backstab. They'll figure it out. These guys are set up so that you can't do that to them. Once you know their pattern, they're easy. Like I said, if you watch the other videos, this is pretty much a prequel, so to speak, to the main Yeti boss because they fight and do the same sort of move mechanics.
Yetis here! Everyone run!
I really like that. Every time you pick up the La Crema, you get some sort of wording of the soul that had that, or that perished there. Pretty cool. Here's the next, and I believe the last of that item that I collect in the area. You'll know because this will pop up. You destroyed all the Soulstones in this location. All right, when you go to this little road here, this is where that next elite soldier is going to be. He's going to be at the top guarding an item we want to get. And again, this stupid bow and arrow guy, but they're slick because right next to that bow and arrow guy is another soldier. So I'm trying to move up to see if the soldier will come out so I can bring him back my way. There he is. Look, so I'm going to run down here and get away from him, get away from the bow and arrow guy because it's just annoying. It's just really, really annoying. So once I draw this guy in, I'm going to run after the bow and arrow guy real quick. You see from here, and just go right after the guy and get rid of him first. Like I said, if you take a hit from another NPC that's around you, you're better off to getting that hit and as opposed to all the little arrows that guy's going to shoot at you while you're fighting this guy here. that is that. Let's go grab an item. I forgot what was up here. I know he was guarding something. Oh, more la crema. You know what I'm saying? Another little soul here.
Did you see that? It was a giant Yeti.
And here I'm going to look at the loot that I got. Here are a couple of items. Here you'll see the armor sets here where it gives you different attributes if you wear 2, 3, 4, 5 of them, right? So here I'm going to get the damage increase and the stamina recovery for these 2 pieces, and I believe I have a third piece that'll also give me some. There it is. Yeah, that was it, the third piece there, right? Against beast damage increase. So, and then later on as I get further into the game, very close, you'll see me put on 2 different other pieces because I wanted the attributes for that instead of having that damage to beast or whatever. The armor sets is one of the things I'm really excited about. I'm a huge fan of Division 2, so when I see stuff like that, those attributes mix and match in armor sets, it just calls that back to me, and that was one of the biggest things of Division 2 that I really love. And you know, I still play Division 2 today, you know, once in a blue moon, but I was very happy to see that the armor sets sort of work the same way here in Khazan. Look, we got more of these stupid monkeys going around, hopping around everywhere. Little annoying little thingy majiggies. All right, we are getting close to our first boss. We are also getting close to our mid boss. There's a bear coming up. You can do this. You don't have to, but it has a pretty good item in there. However, he's very hard. He was one of the enemies that I just gave up when I played the closed beta, especially being this early in the game. I just couldn't deal with it. The amount of damage he does, just one hit, would just take out my whole life. It just didn't make sense, and I honestly just gave up on him. Tried him in the demo. He's a lot easier, nerfed to the ground, but he still hits like a truck. I was glad that I got him on my first try here, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I was scared whether I was gonna make it or not. Alright, so this is a section here. You're gonna see some guy calling out, help me, help me. Nah, bro, get rid of this guy, man, and get ready for a very nasty fight in a small little cave. That was close. I thought I was going to be going there, but I made it, healed just in time before he got that last hit off. But you saw what I did. You have to be aggressive with the heavy attacks. You see how much damage this axe and sword do to him. That's what you have to do. It may look a little easy, but it really isn't. Trust me, pain in the booty, that guy. You're going to want to leave anything with beast damage on. So if you have any rings, if you come across any chains, the armor sets, whatever you have, because the first boss is obviously a beast and you want to have that extra damage that you can do. I usually skip this fight, but I was like, might as well just join in, right? Get the extra XP on here, killing these 2 guys and the Yeti here. What's cool is that if any of the soldiers or if the Yeti exhaust each other, you can actually go in there and get that attack. All right, so that's that. Like I said, you don't have to do that. You can actually run by them and skip it. But if you want to get that note and be a completist, you're definitely going to want to do that. Or you can just grab the note and run, right? But he just dropped a piece of legs for me, so it's kind of worth it. You're going to need that stuff for materials, so either way, don't throw anything out. You can sell it and make it into things that you're going to be able to craft later on. Okay, we are at the boss checkpoint. We are going to get rid of this guy. We'll let the cutscene go, and then we are probably going to end the video there. I'll be back once I get rid of this Yeti. Yeti.
What have we here?
And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to leave the video here for part 1. Part 2 should be up pretty soon if I can get it done after I come out of work tomorrow. But if you found the content helpful, please do what my goddaughter loves to say.
Like and subscribe.
Until the next one, keep on gaming.
I was helpless. I was lucky it was the Bantu who found me.
Are we awake, sir? You have a ghost possessing you. Apologies, but to conquer it, you must undergo the trials of the Snow Mountain. You must be careful. The ghost possessing you is a powerful one. It will be very dangerous to purge yourself of it.